When I came here to Rome, it hit home deeply that I was part of something much bigger.
Father, the Jubilee year is also a year of encounter. Millions of pilgrims plan to come to Rome, have already come. Who have you met so far?
Oh, it's been very exciting. I've met pilgrims from around the world. I work with a lot of groups who are coming in, and I find that often when they're about to enter into the holy door, they're overwhelmed by the beauty, and then they go into the basilica and they're even more impressed. That's, I think, the beauty of the faith, that it's accessible, it's simple. So you do not need a special degree in theology or extensive experience to have this kind of experience. The Lord invites everyone, no matter what your background is, to come and meet Him.
You teach at the university, you meet a lot of young people who are in Rome for a certain amount of time. How has the Jubilee touched them?
I think it's the power of seeing how international and global our faith is. I've just lost track of how many countries are represented in my class or how many different native languages there are. And that's really the beauty of our faith, that it's not restricted to just one little group or one country or one culture. So I think my students are constantly impressed by the amazing diversity of pilgrims, and also the fact that so many non-Catholics are interested. This is also something that often strikes me, that I meet people who come here for academic events or who come here for other travel commitments, and they may never step foot into a church on an average Sunday morning, but they are ready to spend an hour or two learning about the art, architecture, history, and beauty of the church.
I mean, Rome is really the beating heart of the church, so obviously people are coming here also to experience that. But what has Rome taught you, for example?
Well, Rome has really taught me what it means to be part of such an amazing family of believers. Because entering into the church as a young man, I only knew directly my small local parish. And it was a great reality, but it was restricted to one area. When I came here to Rome, it hit home deeply that I was part of something much bigger. And then I looked around at the amazing statues of Bernini, of all of the saints in St. Peter's Square. And I realized that they are not just historical figures, they're actually my brothers and sisters.
I mean, this impresses me also, is even if we look out here and see those many domes of Rome, I mean, most of them are built on houses where martyrs lived, right?
That's right.
That's why there's so many churches in Rome.
Yeah, as Tertullian said a long time ago, the blood of the martyrs is the seed of the faith. And I really enjoy seeing the layers of Rome. You see it in the architecture, where in any given church, you might be able to go down into the crypt and discover a 4th century basilica, and in some places you can go down even deeper to a 1st century Roman home. Especially as Catholics, to have that sense of the layers of our own history, all of the heroic examples of brothers and sisters who went before us, who actually had the same problems and struggles that we had. That's, I think, what's so encouraging, is that these great saints we look around weren't always freeze-framed statues in heroic postures. They were sinners who had their difficulties, their struggles, and still, by the grace of God, managed to make heroic sacrifices.
So, Father, in a nutshell, why come to Rome?
I think that a big part of the encounter is allowing yourself to be surprised and allowing yourself to experience awe and wonder. It's so easy to get used to the beauties of the faith or to get used to certain prayers, but to see the heroic example of people who went before us, and then to see the enthusiasm and joy of people who have saved up so much money to make a special pilgrimage, maybe from a different part of the world, crossing oceans to be here. I think that the encounter is so much about allowing yourself to enter into that awe and wonder, and then to be willing to share what you've received and the joy of the faith and your own testimony with others, and it's contagious.
Beautiful. So experience awe and wonder and then share it with others. Here it is, our spiritual espresso. Thank you very much.
Cheers.